My first UNAVSA was UNAVSA 8 in Denver, Colorado.
My first conference was 2007, UNAVSA 4 in New Orleans, Louisiana.
My first UNAVSA was UNAVSA 7.
My first UNAVSA was UNAVSA 7 in Washington, D.C.
My first UNAVSA was at UNAVSA 8 in Denver.
My first UNAVSA conference was UNAVSA 9 in Minnesota.
Most memorable moment of my first UNAVSA.
UNAVSA, coming out of California. I came with a California ignorance. So my most memorable moment was the opening night. Because when I first stepped in, I was pretty skeptical on what was out there in terms of the Vietnamese community.
And I had actually been standing outside handing out banh mi to people for lunch. And it was really awkward because people didn't know where to go, and it was in a parking lot. And I ended up talking to a few of the people who had kind of started UNAVSA, which one being Nick Tang. And he had just told me about the organization. At the time, I was just on the staff, and I had no idea what was going on.
And I remember meeting people on my team, and it was like the first moment that you just feel like, okay, like these are the strangers that you'll meet, like these are the strangers that you'll be working with, and you just didn't know where that was going to go from there.
But when I first met people, I met someone from Alabama, Oklahoma, and I thought, wow, they're just like me, and they're out there trying to help out their communities.
Seeing such high-powered officials from the government come by to continue to tell us to say, hey, we're doing an awesome job and we should continue to do that. And I was just, I just knew what my job was, and I kind of didn't understand the meaning of it. So the first time it was actually kind of an eye-opener to talk to Nick Tang.
I think it was on my application I applied, and it said, what do you want to accomplish at this UNAVSA? Well, it was one thing you want to get out of Minnesota. And I said, I want to do a Spider-Man pose on top of something.
The touch part of the program, where you walk around in a circle and you touch the people's back that like really affected you, that was really powerful.
And on the very last night of UNAVSA, my family head Philip DK Law, whatever you go by, he pulls me aside and he pulls up these two bar stools, and he climbs on top, and he's like, Tommy, we're gonna accomplish your goal tonight. And then we must both do Spider-Man poses on top of these bar stools.
And just to be in a room with people that I've only known for that weekend, but also feel that impacted by them, it was just really powerful for me, and to really like build on those relationships after conference.
And afterwards, we really stuck in there.
And it was just something that really solidified what it meant for me, UNAVSA family.
So I don't really have a most memorable moment for UNAVSA conference, and that's because I've attended so many conferences, not just UNAVSA, but other regional conferences, that really everything is kind of blurred. But what I do walk away with when I go to these conferences are the people that I meet, the connections that I make, and that's really what helps define who I am, because I go to these conferences to meet people, to learn more about them, and in the process I learn more about myself.